Good day, class. Today we're going to talk about properties of a square, rectangle, and a rhombus. First property of a square. All sides are equal in length. That means that whatever the measurement of one side, like for example side AB here, would be the same for all the sides BC, CD, and DA. Next, opposite sides are parallel. When you say parallel, that means that, for example, this side here, AD, and side BC are equidistant to each other. That even if we're going to extend these lines to infinity, they will never intersect or meet each other. So we can say that AD is parallel to BC and AB or line AB or side AB is parallel to CD or DC. Next property of a square. All interior angles measures 90 degree. Next property. Diagonals are equal and perpendicular and bisects each other. So when you say perpendicular, we can, or the measurement of their intersection point, we can create a 90 degree in here as they are perpendicular to each other. And also, line or diagonal AC is equal to diagonal BD. They have the same measurement. Next, each diagonal cuts the other diagonal in half or two equal parts. So that means that um, AZ is also equal to CZ, is also equal to BZ, and is also equal to DZ. They have the same measurement. Let us use what we learned from the properties of a square. So we use this square quad or QUAD as the reference. We have here our given angle Q 90 degree AZ, which is the half of diagonal QA, that's 6.36 meters, and DA, this side at the bottom, which has 9 meters. So what are the values of the following? Try to pause the video and try to solve the following on your own. And let's see if you will arrive with the same answers. Alright, let's check. We have here angle A. Angle A is 90 degree. So this one here, angle A. So one of the property of the square says that all interior angles have 90 degree measurement. So we can say that angle A, angle D, and angle U also has 90 degrees. So that's why angle U here is also 90 degree. Next, UZ. We have here UZ. UZ is 6.36 meters. So UZ here is the half of diagonal DU. So why is it 36? Because as the one property of the square says that these diagonals here, diagonals QA and diagonals UD are equal. So that means that their halves are also equal. So that's why UZ also has 6.36 meters measurement like the one here with AZ. Next, du. Du is 12.72 meters. So du is a whole diagonal here. Since we have, and since du is equal to qa, and half of qa is 6.36, so we can just multiply 6.36 into 2, or by 2, for us to get to have the value of du, which is 12.72 meters. Same with qa here, which is also 12.72. Next, qu, which is 9 meters, and ua. qu here, qu, and ua, also 9 meters, like this one here, side da. We all know that all sides of a square, or all sides of a square, are equal. So that's why it also has 9 meters. Next, properties of a rectangle. First property of a rectangle says that opposite sides are equal in length. So we can say that side AB is equal in length to side CD or DC in here, and side AD is also equal in length to side BC. Next, opposite sides are parallel. So we can see here that this side has an indicator, or side AB has an indicator that it is parallel to side CD or DC. And side AD is also parallel to side BC. Next, all interior angles measures 90 degrees. So same with the squares, all the angles here are 90 degree. Next, diagonals are equal and bisects each other. So these diagonals here, diagonals AC and diagonal BD, have equal, or are equal, and they have the same length, and they also bisect each other. That's that each diagonal cut the other diagonal in half, or two equal parts. So that means that AZ is equal to CZ, BZ, and DZ. So let's apply what we learned regarding the properties of a rectangle. So what are the values of the following? So angle B, we have here 90 degree. Angle B here is 90 degree. Why is it 90 degree? One property of the rectangle says that all the interior angles of a rectangle measures 90 degree. That's why angle C also has 90 degree, and angle A is also 90 degree. So angle C here is equals to 90 degree as well. We have here CA. CA is this side, or is this diagonal here, CA. So it is equal to 5 centimeter, because its half measures 2.5. So we're going to multiply 2.5 by 2 for us to get the whole measurement of diagonal CA. So CA measures 5 centimeters. Next, we have here BZ. BZ is half of diagonal BD. Half of diagonal BD here. So, since BD is equal to AZ, and our value of AZ is 5 centimeters here, so we can just divide 5 by 2 for us to get the value of BZ. So BZ is equals to 2.5. Same with DZ, 2.5 centimeters. Now, next we have here BC, which is equal to 3 centimeters. So, why is it 3 centimeters? Because side BC is opposite to side AD, which has also 3 centimeters. Since opposite sides are equal, that's why we have 3 centimeters for BC. AB is equal to 4 centimeters. This side here is also 4 centimeters, like its opposite side, side CD, 4 centimeters. And lastly, AZ is equals to 2.5. AZ is also the other half of diagonal AC, which is also 2.5 centimeters like CZ. Properties of a rhombus. First property, all sides are equal in length. So, like the square, a rhombus also has, or all sides of a rhombus is also equal, like the square. So this indicator here shows that all sides are equal. Next, opposite sides are parallel. So just like the square and the rectangle, if we're going to extend these lines here, AD and BC, they will never meet each other, or they will never intersect. Also with line AB and line CD. If we're going to extend them to infinity, they will never meet each other. Next, opposite angles are equal. So that means that if angle A is equal to x degree, then angle C here is also x degree. And if angle B is also, if y is equal to y degree, then angle D is also y degree, since opposite angles are equal. Next property, the diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. So they bisect each other and intersect at point Z. And their intersection can create, or perpendicular to each other, that we can create a 90 degree here, or we can measure 90 degree on their intersection. And each diagonal cut the other diagonal in half, or two equal parts. So we can say that AZ is equal to CZ, and BZ is equal to DZ. But DZ is not equal to AZ since AC is not equal to DB for rhombus. Next, adjacent angles add up to 180 degree or supplementary to each other. So if we have here angle X and it measures X, then angle B and angle D has 180 minus X measurement. Same with this side here. Alright, let's apply what we learned about rhombus or the properties of rhombus. So we have here the given. Given is angle C equal to, angle C here is equals to 120. EX half of diagonal EU, which has 12 meters. CT is equals to 18 meters. CT is the whole diagonal. And CU, which is the side here at the top, which has 15 meters. So what are the values of the following? Feel free to pause the video and try to solve uh, for you to check if you will have the same answer as what we have here. So let's check. Angle T is 120. Angle T here is 120. Why is it 120? Because it is opposite to angle C. And the theorem says, or the properties of rhombus says, that opposite angles are equal. So that's why angle T is also 120. Angle U, angle U here is 60 degree. How did we get 60 degree? We just subtract 180 by 120, so we got 60 degree, as consecutive angles or adjacent angles are supplementary. Next, we have here EU. EU is the whole diagonal here. So EU is equals to 24. How did we come up with 24 meters? Because we have here the half of its diagonal, 12 meters. So we just have to multiply it by 2 for us to have the measurement of the whole diagonal EU, which is 24 meters. Next, UX. UX is half of diagonal EU, which also has the same measurement for EX. So UX is also 12 meters like EX. UX is 12 meters. We have here CX. CX is half of diagonal CT. So CT is 18, so we are just going to divide it by 2. So CX is equals to 9 meters. Next, we have here TE. TE is 15 meters because its opposite side is also 15 meters. And UT, same. UT is also 15 meters. Why? Because all sides of a rhombus are equal, just like a square.